Hey folks, welcome to JImbo's Kitchen. This is my kitchen. This is my house. And I'd like to welcome you and be my guest. Maybe we get to know each other better. The reason I started this thing was I was in a restaurant management for about 40 years. I retired about 15 years ago and decided that I want to do something else. Then I started thinking about, well, maybe I could kind of share what I've learned over those 40 years. And so why not? So here I am, and here we are, and hope you enjoy it. Kitchen is an interesting room in your house. Everybody uses it, but sometimes it goes abused. A bunch of kitchens talked to me the other day, and they said, I wish you would tell these people how sad we are that they abuse me. You know, they have feelings. I know. I've been in kitchens for 40 years, and I've been in a bunch of them, and I kind of like kitchens. Yeah, the only thing about kitchens is a lot of people don't know the workings of a kitchen and how to organize and the equipment they need and how to use the equipment they have and how to store in the refrigerator, what needs to be refrigerated, what doesn't need to be refrigerated. Now, those are things that make a big difference. And I know that a lot of people, they don't like the kitchen because it's considered it's work. Oh, we got to go in the kitchen, you know. You know, the old saying is, you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Well, in the restaurant business, that was a good idea, because if you didn't know what you were doing in the restaurant business, you didn't want you in the kitchen. But I've been thinking about just the day-to-day kitchens that people have to use, and I want to maybe share some things with you and make it a little bit easier for you. Every kitchen I've ever been into is a dull knife, and I've never quite understood that. It just proves to me you don't do a lot of work in the kitchen because you got a knife that doesn't work. So I can teach you some things that make a knife sharp, make it easy for you to operate and that kind of stuff, and how to operate a knife to make it easier to prepare the food. Basically, what I'm talking about is basics. You know, you're talking about kids going off to college, leaving college, getting married and stuff like that. And if they're anything like I was when I was that age, I didn't know squat. I really didn't. I knew a few things, and I was kind of interested in cooking a few items. And I'll tell you what they were. I was a fat boy. I was born 10.5 pounds. And Mother used to hide cookies from me because she knew that was going to make me fat, and I was going to eat them anyway. I could sniff out a cookie a mile away, and she couldn't hide them from me. She'd put them in different places. I'd find them. Finally, she just didn't buy them anymore, and one day I couldn't find a cookie, so I went to a Betty Crocker cookbook Mama had and looked up brownies, and I started making brownies. And it was kind of funny because we were on a 2-story house, and I would run over to the stairs and I'd yell at the Mama and say, what's shortening, or what's oleo, or this kind of stuff. How much is a cup? And she would yell down, and she'd tell me, and apparently she didn't know what I was doing, or she didn't care. But I made some awesome cookies. They were good. I am a brownie cookie monster. But I got fatter and fatter, and when I was 13, I decided I've got to lose the weight, because I couldn't get a date looking this fat. So I went on a diet, the worst diet you could possibly go on, but I lost the weight. When I was 15 years old, I looked like skin stretched over bone. I was just pure skeleton. Over the years, I put it back on, and then I went to a military school, and with the exercise and everything, kept it off and that kind of stuff. When I got out in the real world and working and stuff like that, we all eat quick, we eat fast foods, we eat when we can, and all that kind of stuff. So I had to find out a way of keeping the weight off. So part of my videos are going to be on cooking, how to cook, how to utilize the equipment, what's the quickest and easiest way to get things done. The other part of it is going to be on certain recipes. I'm trying to take, I like sweets just as much as the next guy, but I can't eat sweets. So I'm trying to take some of the products that I know about and converting sugar using a substitute sugar, taking flour and using a substitute flour, and being able to bring it into a low carb type of recipe that we can eat. Now, some of you might be in the same position I am, but I want to show you first how you get there on how the basics of cooking, and then we can go from there. The other thing is I take you to the grocery store and show you how to buy which meats are the best. When it comes to steaks, we only have 3 kinds of steaks. We got ribeyes, we got New York strips, and we got tenderloin. Tenderloin to me is probably the most overrated meat you can buy. It has no taste and it's tender. Whereas a ribeye and a New York strip can be made tender and they have good taste. So I can show you how to make it tender without beating it to death, and then grilling it. But you have to know which one to buy, because there are good cuts and bad cuts, and I'll show you how to choose which ones. Also, there are the loins, the whole loins. You can cut steaks out of those, and I can show you about those. Now, all these kind of things I'm talking about is making videos as I go along during the process of my life and how I cook and the things I cook. A lot of it just basic, just everyday stuff, and how you can do it quick. And both of you work, so I want you to share in the kitchen and make it fun. You know, preparing a meal should not be a one-person deal. Now, it is in this house, because I've been in the restaurant for 40 years. I do all the cooking in this house. I do all the shopping in this house. So everything we consume in this house is made by me. But that way, if it's bad, we know who did it. If it's good, I get the praise. So anyway, we still have a lot of fun in this house, especially with the cooking. So what I'd like for you to do is to show you the best way of doing certain things. I made some oatmeal cookies. My wife, she's my taste expert, my critic, so to speak. If she likes something, because she is so sweet, she's the sweetest world. It doesn't matter what she tastes, she'll tell me it's great, just wonderful. But the ones she doesn't like so much, she doesn't eat as much. But the ones she really likes, man, I'm telling you, she can go through some cookies. But these are no sugar, no flour, low carb, low calorie. So I'll have to redo those a lot. Now, that oatmeal cookie I found that I make, she really likes those. And I also make what I call a JImbo cookie, and they're on my Facebook. It's on my Facebook. Excuse me, folks. I'm 78 years old. I know a lot about computers. I was working with computers since 1995 is when it first came out. No, 85, not 1985. We first started getting personal computers. And back then there was just word processors and what was it? Lotus 1-2-3. And then we have to use DOS commands and stuff. But anyway, get off the subject. I'm afraid I'll do that a lot. But anyway, come and join with me. I think we'll have a lot of fun. And trust me, this is going to be amateur time. Just me and a camera. I don't have any cameraman or anything like that. But we can have a good time at it. And if you have any, I'll be totally open with you. I've got emails and everything else. My email address is Jimbo's Kitchen, the number 86 86@gmail.com. That's Jimbo's Kitchen 86@gmail.com. And on Facebook, it's Jimbo's Kitchen. So come along, take a look at it. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll be talking to you later. And Lord have mercy, be safe. And let's get this virus behind me. And if there's a chance you can get a vaccine, by God, get it. The VA called me on a robocall and said, if you want a vaccine, push 9. Man, I'm telling you, I must have pushed that thing 10 times, because if they got the vaccine, I'm going to be there in a heartbeat. And I'm going to say, put the juice to me, Bruce, because I am ready to get out of that thing. Talk to you later, folks. Good talking to you.